Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the, not the Under the Ring podcast. Sorry, I messed that up again. Welcome to Boom Goes the Dynamite. It's me, the GREG, joining you on a kind of dreary and mopey Wednesday. Hope y'all doing okay. We got some stuff to talk about tonight, all pretty much regarding Dynamite, or at least AEW as a whole. We're going to get into the preview at the end of the show, but some pretty strange and frankly upsetting news as far as wrestling goes coming at AEW, and that really stems from this right here. Excuse me. Report. This is from the Observer, but I believe this is from PWInsider. 19 CMLL stars in danger of losing their work visas. That's a pretty terrible thing to hear, considering the new deal with AEW and CMLL, which reportedly, the way it works is how this new deal goes. If Tony books CMLL Talent on a show, reportedly, it's been said that he can't have anybody from AAA on the show, which was a big deal when it was first revealed, because a lot of people from AAA do work for AEW, including the Lucha Brothers and a few others. So that was always a little strange. But as far as CMLL is concerned, it's pretty rough, because we've seen a lot of these talents on TV lately, involved in the Bullet Club and a few other not Bullet Club, in the BCC, facing off against Mox and Claudio and Bryan Danielson a few weeks back. So this is pretty rough, to say the least. Reportedly, according to this report, this has to do with a breakdown of communication between CMLL and the American independent promotion Full Blown Pro Wrestling from Texas, who were supposed to have been sponsoring the visas for about 19 or so luchadors coming out of CMLL. Some kind of breakdown of communication happened, and the owner, Jerry Cadena, was contacted by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security regarding the applications, and he was informed that as far as the visas, there are issues, and they might actually not be able to work in the States right now. That is, I'll just say that sucks. That's rough. That's gonna be tough for them to deal with. AEW is known as, they're like being known as not just the pay-per-view, like being known as a forbidden door, getting people to come in from all over the place. This just, it's not great. Here we go, Tito. Let's see. So dudes who've been killing it, Vikingo, Lucha Bros, Commander Rush, can't be on the show. Yeah, that's the weird part, is the Lucha Bros, Vikingo, Rush, a lot of guys that do work with AAA. I believe John Morrison and Brian Cage also still do stuff with them too, and Taya. So that was a weird deal to begin with, but just as far as the CML stuff is concerned, I don't know how that's really going to affect the booking. It's one of those news stories that you see and you just go, shit. That's gonna cause some issues. I'm trying to think of what his name was. Hechicero was one of the guys that we saw a lot of on Dynamite and Rampage lately, and I mean, these guys are pretty impressive. It's always great to see talent from other companies, and that's kind of Dynamite's biggest strength, is their ability to work with others. So that's why I never really understood why they would make a deal where you can't showcase talent from somewhere else, like AAA, which is a major promotion, just because they've had a long-standing rivalry with CMLL, it's just bad blood all around. Pretty sure that they made a deal because TNA and AAA made their deal on Hard to Kill. I don't know. I'm not sure. Just because um TNA's been working with AAA for a while, on and off, and the TNA AEW thing didn't go exactly as well as someone would have expected, but I don't think there's any public bad blood between the two promotions. Um, but I don't know. It's a depressing way to start the day. I'll tell you that much. Um, Another thing we're gonna have to look at is the fact that we're gonna be losing one of the big matches for AEW this weekend. We're getting excited for AEW Revolution, which is coming up on Saturday or Sunday. One of the matches we were going to see was Meat Madness, which is going to be 3 giant monsters facing off against one another. And Tony Khan revealed today in a tweet that unfortunately there are some issues regarding the match. Several wrestlers are out with injury, and we're gonna have to freeze that match until everyone's clear. So if you're looking forward to seeing Hobbs and Lance Archer and everyone just beat the total shit out of each other, unfortunately, it's not happening. Not right now. It's not the point where it's never going to happen, but it's not going to happen this weekend, and that's what kind of sucks. So yeah, just 2 really big blows to AEW today. Coming into what is supposed to be one of the biggest pay-per-views of their promotion's history. Going into Sting's retirement. We're talking about Sting today. This will be Sting's last Dynamite as a competitor. And you hate to see stuff like this pop up right before his final match of the promotion, if possibly ever. You're gonna hear me taking some breaths. I apologize. I'm running the show solo today, and as you can see, kind of need the oxygen. Let's check chat here. That sucks because this is going to be Lance Archer's first pay-per-view since 2021. Is that true? His first pay-per-view since 2021. That is depressing. Lance Archer is one of those guys that, when they brought him in, immediately he was put in this tournament to crown the first ever TNT champion. We got to see him go against Cody, and we kind of figured he'd be a bigger deal, and he just has never been too important. He got a title match against Hangman this time last year, or no, the year before that. And that's probably about as far as he's gone. That's and mention I'm busted open. That sucks. That Lance Archer's Von Wagner. I wouldn't go that far. A lot of the guys on the show, me included, say that, outside of a few outliers like Samoa Joe, AEW has a tough time booking monsters. But we were just about to get a match including every single one of them. Whether that's a smart idea or not, they were going to finally be on the card. And like y'all pointed out, Lance is about to be back on a pay-per-view. So it sucks to hear that. And it sucks that going into what should be a night that should be celebrated, this is just it's a lot of issues. TK is the anti-Vince when it comes to booking big men. You know what, Reggie? I think I agree with you on that one. That he, I'm trying to think. Outside of Samoa Joe, Brody Lee, he won the championship and then he lost it, and then unfortunately he passed away. I think if Brody had not passed so early, we might have seen him get built up all over the top. But that's just something we can never really know. So outside of Joe, yeah, it really just AEW isn't the place for the big guys. That's WWE. I am curious to see what the replacement match is going to be. Tony Khan says on Twitter, Meat Madness is on ice. Instead, Sunday's pay-per-view will feature an all-star scramble match. Whatever that means. Tony sometimes just kind of puts words together for his matches. Remember when Wardlow was the hottest thing in the company at one point, and he never made it past the mid-card. So the thing with Wardlow is, yes, he was white hot around the time him and MJF split up. The MJF stuff happens, with the plane and him possibly not wanting to come to the show and put him over. We don't know what happened there. And that might have taken some of Wardlow's thunder. But he did get his match. He did get to beat the shit out of Max. The issue was everything after that was terrible. He got put in he was in a feud with that lawyer character for so long, and I don't know, man. It just, when it comes to momentum in AEW, it is so hard for them to keep it going when it's guys that are like over 6'3" and like a couple 100 pounds. It just something doesn't flow together. Hopefully, with the whole Meat Madness thing coming, eventually that would change. That would be great. They did get a new writer coming in, so hopefully, that does happen. After his feud with Joe, they dropped his momentum. Yeah, pretty much. And Powerhouse Hobbs is another one that he has gone up and down and up and down and up and down, and it always seems like right when he's on the verge of breaking through and really securing the brass ring and everything, he disappears from TV. Powerhouse Hobbs, he had that tag team with Ricky Starks, which is great, and then they broke it up a little early, but we got to see Ricky and him split up, and then Ricky wasn't even a face for that long before he just turned heel again. We actually had him and Hobbs team up recently without them really reconciling their issues from their tag team days. And Ricky essentially just went right back to where he was before, a tag team champion with another big guy in W. Morrissey. So I don't know, or Big Bill, I believe is what they call him here. So I'm always a little concerned when it comes to big men in AEW, but the idea that they were pushing that Meat Madness thing, and I think it's so funny. I was in a chat with somebody recently, and we're talking about how, of all the great things we've gotten out of the New Day, one of the best things we've ever had was Big E's definition of a hoss fight. Two big, meaty men slapping meat. It was so funny and got so over that even other promotions are using that description to talk about their matches. Joining me today is our good friend Kendrade the Cleaner. Hey, Kenny, how you doing today, brother?
Ooh, what's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on, UTO? I'm here.
We already talked about the CMLL issue, where essentially a promotion in Texas was supposed to be working on their visas, and something happened. It didn't go through, and they're at risk of all these stars losing their work visas for the U.S. As if that's not bad enough, the meat slapping meat match is now on hold because of injuries. So two big, massive nails right before what's supposed to be one of the biggest pay-per-views for AEW, with Sting's retirement match coming up. It's a tough day for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that Texas company probably did that on purpose. That Texas promotion, I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose. You figure Texas and Mexico are right there with each other, so the wrestlers go back and forth between Texas and Mexico on a regular, and that particular promotion probably felt they had, dibs on those guys. What's good, Tito? My niggerette was good. That one couldn't Mongo both guard. Never heard that one, huh?
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
But I'm figuring like, they feel they had first dibs on. No, I said niggerette and not nickerette either. You figure they feel, they probably feel that they have first rights, first dibs on those on the wrestlers from Mexico. You know what I mean? They probably feel that even though CMLL is the company that they're working for, that promotion probably felt that those wrestlers, that was their home base in the US. And now they're leaving home base to go to the big name. Well, guess what, big name? I'm gonna make sure you have nobody. Ha! Illegal, everybody. I'm almost positive that promotion did that. I'm almost positive.
I have been trying to see if there's anything else about it, but as right now that it really is just that either the paperwork fell through or what's going on, Cookies? The paperwork fell through, something got lost in communication, but losing 19 stars. But also, what the fuck was that deal that they had with CMLL where they can't showcase AAA talent on the same show that CMLL Talent are on?
I have no clue, because that was part of the reason that Andrade wasn't on AEW when they started mentioning CMLL people. Like Andrade couldn't be on there. I think Roosh couldn't be on there. Bandito couldn't be on there with them. Like, I don't know. Is this some blood versus Crip shit going on with the Mexican wrestling promotions? Like,
honestly, yeah, a little bit. It's a feud that runs. It's a feud that runs deep, very deep. So like, there's a lot of bad blood between the two companies. But why would you agree to anything that limits your promotion that poorly when you're the promotion that is best known for being the forbidden door?
Easily, because Tony Khan is all about trying to. Mike has said it many a times. He goes for the the shock factor. Oh, the shock factor is I have a deal with CMML. No one else has been able to do that in the United States, but I got the deal with them. Yeah, but at what cost? Everything he does is shock factor.
So I'm looking at this report, and it says Homeland Security also informed Cadena, who is the owner of Full Blown Pro Wrestling outside of Texas, which is who was supposed to be handling these visas. Homeland Security informed him that he could be accused of fraud if the issue caused visa applications to be flagged. CMLL informed him that they would handle the situation, but he has not heard back from the promotion since. Cadena has now informed Homeland Security that he is no longer working with CMLL. Any agreements he had with the talent have been terminated as of today, February 28th.
Ha!
So
I told you.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, that little promotion was like, oh, you're not gonna let me be your home base in the US no more? Okay. Oops, paperwork got slipped. Either that or they got JBL running their front office.
JBL. Oh God.
JBL and his border patrol. Remember that?
Riding up and down in that buggy. Oh yeah, I remember that. That man had the shock stick too. He had the taser stick.
Yo, good God. He was out here hitting them with it.
Down him, Mystico. Yeah, but like we saw like a CMLL invasion in AEW recently, where they fought the BCC.
But there's a whole. They were supposed to have a match in Revolution.
Like they were. It isn't like, oh, this is a deal that just happened and we don't get to capitalize. This is like a vital part of their programming. It's a massive error.
And here's the thing, though, but that also falls on AEW expecting, that also falls on AEW, because let's be realistic. Why would you make a big signing like that for a promotion like that when more than, like Tito's brought up just now, more than half of the casual wrestling fan that's going to turn into your show has no idea who these guys are? When WCW and New Japan were working together back in the day, these guys weren't signed to, it was no like deal with these guys were like signed to AEW. It was a working mutual agreement. Hey, we'll send you a couple of guys. We'll send each other a couple of guys. We'll get each other's faces known or whatever the case may be. And then that's it. You want to put these guys as part of your goddamn roster and expect fans to go crazy over them. Like, we don't know these guys. Let's be realistic. There are very few people who are watching. I hate to say it, but I used to see lucha wrestling on like the public access channel at like 11:30, 10 o'clock, 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. That's when I would see Mexican wrestling. The casual fan isn't going to be watching it. So you spent this much money on a promotion that no one really knows, unfortunately. And that's a problem that they have. Like, you now, like you said, more than half of their storylines are ruined because you put so much emphasis on a promotion that no one knows. This emphasis, you have more than enough people on your roster where you wouldn't have to worry about nothing on Revolution being in jeopardy.
Well, thankfully, as far as I'm aware, the rest of the matches here seem to be fine. Again, instead of the meat, what is it? What was it called? The
Meat on
Madness
meat
match. The
meat
Meat
madness.
match. Yeah, which I was saying before, like, isn't it kind of crazy that of all the things that the New Day have given us, the thing that seems to have like broken through everything else is Big E screaming big meaty men slapping meat. Like, he gave us a new phrase for slobber knocker and hoss fight.
But here's the thing, though. I love how the fact that AEW always tries to say that they're better than WWE and stuff like that, but yet you took a phrase distinctly from a WWE person, like, and trying to coin it as something that you invented.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody knows that was Big E shit. Big meaty men slapping meat. He was talking about Drew and Sheamus.
Sponsored by Wendy's. Look, all right.
You leave Wendy's alone, damn it.
Wendy's can go to hell. All right. After what they tried
Wendy's
to pull,
Wendy's will whip your ass.
not what they tried to pull. No, thank you. I'm no longer a Wendy's man. Baconator's gone in my life. Trying to charge you. Did you not hear about what they're trying to do? Dynamic pricing with their menu. So what they were going to do is, I don't know if they're going to do it now because of the backlash, but the plan was they would increase the prices on the menu depending on what time of day it was. So if it's like the height of lunch rush, you're not getting a 4 for $4. You're getting a 4 for like $8. You're going to be paying way higher prices when people are expecting to have a bigger rush.
Here's the thing. Isn't that what's already happening with Uber Eats and like DoorDash and stuff like that?
Yes.
Like,
yes. And Ticketmaster, not just food. Ticketmaster does it too with their stuff. It's very commonplace.
Like, so Wendy's, you're making absolutely, damn it. I love me a spicy chicken sandwich. I guess I won't be eating it from there anymore.
Tell you, man, it's good stuff. But it's that, like, the thing, in Bossman was talking about this today on my post on Facebook. The thing is, if Wendy's does this, people won't just come around when they can get a cheaper Baconator. They're just going to go somewhere else to eat. That lunch break happens the exact same time every day. Mm-hmm. So what you're going to be doing is just driving those people somewhere else.
Oh, well. Sucks to be you, Wendy's. But
Dave is rolling over in his damn grave right now. Just poor Dave.
Damn it.
Poor Dave. I think that's, as far as AEW goes, that's like the the worst news that we've seen. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. So let's get into Dynamite tonight, and then we'll quickly go over the Revolution card because we're going to be doing that tomorrow for the predictions.
Hold on.
And
Before we get into Dynamite, there's something we got to bring up.
all right.
When the fuck did Sean Spears become a hot fucking commodity?
I forgot about NXT. Kenny, let me ask you a question. Those little teasers and vignettes, who were you thinking of?
Those little teasers and vignettes, from all the reports that I read and everything
I think we read the same reports. I think we're all
like
probably thinking the same thing.
On the rumor mill and stuff like that. Everything that I've seen has been that those vignettes, especially with the three faces, were going to represent AJWP's Triple Crown champion, a Japanese wrestler. That's what I assumed it was going to be. It wasn't somebody that I am well known of. Like I haven't seen any of his matches or anything like that. But from what I was seeing online and stuff like that, that's who everybody thought it was going to be. Your man came out, hit what you call it, Ridge with the chair, with the hood on. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is how they're gonna debut him. Okay, this is okay, this is different. For it to be fucking Sean fucking Spears.
Not Todd Dillinger. They mentioned it's the chairman, Sean Spears.
He got the shitty AEW haircut. When the fuck did Sean Spears become a hot commodity? Something is going on that Shawn Michaels and Trips feel that they need to bring Sean Spears back into the fold for shit to go right. What the shit is going on? It's something bigger going on. Something bigger got to be going on. Like
Reggie, you should have seen the pod chat last night when that shit happened. We all lost our collective shit. We could not believe it. Who the fuck is that? That might have been before you started watching, Batty.
Okay, Sean Spears. If you were watching NXT when I say Velveteen Dream first started, there was a guy on NXT called Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10. I even have the t-shirt because the Perfect 10 was the shit. I ain't gonna lie, the Perfect 10 was my dude. Ty Dillinger got too big for his britches, as my mama would say, and decided to leave and went to AEW, where he became the chairman, Sean Spears. And for a while, wasn't he who was his manager?
He was being managed by Tully.
Yes.
Tully Blanchard.
I was going to say either Tully or Chavo, one of them.
He was aligned with him because they were aligned with FTR. Because they did
feuding with Cody.
Yeah.
Sean Spears feuded with Cody. Unbelievable. And his gimmick was hitting people with fucking chairs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pinnacle. That's it. Yeah, his like he showed up in the Battle Royal, their first big event, and then he bloodied Cody with a chair shot to the back of the head. Was really, I don't know if he like actually caught him or if Cody just cut incorrectly, but they gashed the shit out of Cody that night.
Nah, he caught Cody on some.
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, payal.
Yep.
And you know what? Cody got payback what he did when he threw that chair at that man on Monday.
That dude, I know that guy had his broken nose. I mean, holy shit.
Yo, he took that entire chair straight to the face. Straight to the face.
Didn't put his hands up for nothing. Just bam. caught him. Cody threw a fucking fastball chair at this guy's face. I feel so bad for him.
And
Jesus.
then their Twitter account I follow put the fucking Sonic rings on it in like 20 seconds after it happened.
Hang them high, baby. Hang them high. That's fucking funny.
Yo.
But yeah, no, like, so first off, before the chairman returns, Lyra Valkyria is talking to Tatum Paxley. They're going to get a tag team title match against the Kabuki Warriors next week.
Mm-hmm.
And as they're talking, Ridge comes out and says, "Hey, if you two are done, I got something I need to get off my chest and I got to talk. So, apologies if I'm interrupting, but if you two are done." So why the fuck are you doing this? Why are you making Ridge interrupt here for no reason when he could have just waited until they were done?
How can I
So
say
that was
this?
weird.
How can I say this without saying this? Because part of me likes Ridge. WWE, I think you're investing a little too much time in Ridge. I think you're investing a little. Wow. Right. I don't think Ridge sucks. That's the thing. I think Ridge does have a pretty decent move set. He can work very well with certain wrestlers. The Big E thing was a freak accident, unfortunate. Right.
When he blew his leg out. When he blew his leg out,
legs.
Yes, legs. Like, shit happens. Shit happens, and it sucks. Big E forgiving him publicly and telling everybody to basically shut the hell up should have been enough. But you know how people are. Just like people are with Nia. Same shit.
Right.
Same shit.
I don't think Ridge has potential to be more than the backup man on a tag team championship team.
I think he can be Snitsky. I think that's the ceiling. Is Gene Snitsky for good or bad? I think that's about as good as he can get.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
and like that wasn't a bad spot for Snitsky, but like you're not going to be winning world titles. Like it's not.
Nah.
It's
You're
not
going to win any kind of world titles. And like I said, if anything, he's going to be if they do put him in a tag team that wins the championship belt, he's Marty Jannetty.
You know who he reminds me of? And it's because this guy also was a rugby player. He reminds me of Mason Ryan. You remember Mason Ryan? Remember that guy?
I thought Mason Ryan was going to be big.
I thought he was going to. They got mad because he was being compared to Batista. And like, why the fuck would you not want someone, if you're the WWE and you bring somebody out and your fans go, "Oh my God, he's a monster. He's like Batista." Why would you hear that and go, "Oh shit, we can't do anything with him"? No, that's a great compliment.
All right. You know who was my dude back in the day, yo? I'm not going to lie. And I kind of followed him on this little indie circuit for a little bit. My man, Justin Gabriel, bro.
Yeah, the what is he now? He has like
the pirate.
Yeah, he's got the fucking thing.
He's the pirate. He's a pirate.
He is.
I don't know why he's a pirate, but he's a pirate. But
yeah,
that was that Justin Gabriel was my guy, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I fucked with Justin Gabriel, but for some odd reason, nobody else did. I would get booed out of places watching Justin Gabriel.
Paul Burt's my favorite pirate. You know what? It's a good pirate.
That's a good pirate.
That's a good one.
Good pirate. I would get booed out of places. Like I would feel threatened for my safety. Like when he would be like, "Yeah," people would look at me like.
Look at this nerd cheering for Justin Gabriel. What a
right, like who the fuck likes Justin Gabriel? I'm like, but I think he's cool. I think he's kind of cool. He's kind of athletic. I like that. But yeah.
You know what? I'm with you. I fucked with Gabriel when I was a kid. I did not kid. I was like 19, but it feels like I was a kid. That was over 10 years ago. But yeah, I get it. I get it. He was good. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm with you on the Ridge thing.
I don't think Ridge has. I think he has potential to be I think he has potential to have a long career, but not one that it's going to put him in history books. You know what I mean? If you know what, like, he can be around for a while.
Do you think he could be? I'm trying to think of like the best person I can say that kind of is like him.
He could be the muscle. He could be the muscle. He could be the muscle head Barry Horowitz.
Well, I want to go. I want to give him like a really interesting hill to climb. Do you think he could be like Ahmed Johnson?
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely.
He doesn't have the intensity.
He doesn't. He doesn't have the intensity, and I hate to say it, he looks too school cut. Like he's too clean cut. He really looks too clean cut to try to be this rugged guy that they want us to make him out to be, unfortunately. And it's like I'm not buying it. Like,
you know what it is? I think it's the boy band hair. I think it's the boy band hair that he has.
That could be it. I think that could be it. Because like I don't see myself scared of Ridge. I see me looking at Build-A-Bear and going, why is that guy in there by himself? That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like with Ridge. Not even bald. Maybe
I'm with Tito. I'm with Tito. Shave him bald. More? All right, so let's grab somebody from the Indies that kind of has his size, but he's a lot better. Let's say we give him Alex Hammerstone's haircut. Real long. Yeah.
I'd be more believable then.
Okay.
I think it'd be more believable. That's part of the reason why I'm not really feeling Wardlow right now either. Wardlow looks like a oversized banker.
Oh man. Fair enough. That yeah. And yeah, so speaking of Wardlow, you know, this is supposed to be his big match on Sunday. Sucks we're not going to see that. TK didn't say who was hurt. So I don't know if Lance is hurt or if Powerhouse Hobbs is hurt or if he's hurt or if somebody else that was going to be in it is hurt. But he said multiple injuries.
I'm going to go with Wardlow being hurt because last week, remember, he got hurt last week during that match where he barely got that power bomb up. His knee was hurt.
His knee. You're right. Yeah, he's been having some knee issues. Yeah, good point. But yeah, it might be Wardlow.
I'm going Wardlow, and I'm also going Hobbs. Nope, I'm sorry, Lance. Lance Archer is always hurt.
If he's not always hurt, there's got to be some kind of reason why he's never on TV.
That man is always hurt. Okay, that man is.
Speaking of NXT, we also got a surprise in the main event slot where Mello and Ilya were signing the contract to get their match official, and we see the Don show up,
acting like the fucking Don for once.
And he actually, and I remember like how it wasn't that long ago where I was like, I can't fucking stand this guy.
Mm-hmm.
When he said to Mello, I'm the Don, and that means more than you think, and he snaps his fingers, and Mello security hops off and leaves. And then Ava stood up. I was like, oh shit. Okay. That was good. All right.
Yo, that was real good.
That was good. That was smooth. Like they all got up and left, and then Ava stands up and lets him sit. And I was like, oh shit. Oh,
Then
shit.
And then when he told Melo, "You shut up when I'm talking," I was like, aha, aha. But I'm gonna need somebody to dress Melo because I'm tired of him looking like can't stop, won't stop, like a Diddy or Missy video. Like I can't. I'm tired of it. Like I'm tired of it, yo. Like every outfit,
just
this
shirtless
man
with the
is,
jacket and everything. Yeah, all right.
it is the oversized shiny shit. Like, come on, Mr. Shiny Shoot, man. Stop. Stop. But right.
Yeah.
He really is. Like, bro, stop. Just stop, man. And I'm being honest, they're gonna have to do something with Melo real soon. Cause the heel version that they have him as now sucks. It's not as captivating as the first heel version of Melo that we had.
I think partly it's because he had another hype man with him, but also like we got the heel turn and Trick has been gone ever since, and we're having to
That
like delay their story by doing
but now
this.
but now too, Melo is just sounding more and more like a whiny baby instead of a heel. That's becoming the problem. He's turning into a whiner. Like you can be a good heel without being a whiner. Like he was a really good heel before, even before Trick came in. He was a good heel, and he wasn't whining. You know what I mean? Now it sounds like whining, and it's like, nah. Like, okay, you did the heel turn. We get it. First off, your reasoning was ludicrous. It was ridiculous. You
Yeah,
betrayed me. Like what?
the jealousy thing for no reason. Yeah, that was a yeah.
I don't know who's the only person beating Liv in the whining department is Sasha. I'm sorry, Mercedes. Bro, you know
I
what?
don't know.
I can't say that. I have not seen Mercedes cut promos. I've only seen Sasha cut promos. So I don't know.
We're gonna see her soon. She's coming. But though Liv on Monday when she went to the back and Becky, it's not all about you. I'm like, oh my god. All right, okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were supposed to be
you.
this like
I told
revenge
you.
seeking vigilante that you're trying to. Nope. Now it's crying again. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right, Kenny. You're right.
thank you.
You're right. I said yesterday. I was like, I hate saying it because I knew you were in chat, and I was like, God damn it, he was right again. He was right again.
Yep.
How did you like the Obafemi Ilya Dragunov stare down?
I found it interesting, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I would be more intrigued if it was for the North American title and not for the world title. I'd be more
Because he ain't won the
intrigued.
world title yet.
Absolutely not. And I don't want to see what kind of fucking Wakanda celebration they would put on if they fucking won. All right. I don't want to see that. Like, remember the parade they put on when T'Challa became fucking king of Wakanda? I'm not trying to see that.
You don't want to see the Apollo Crews U.S. Championship ceremony?
I wouldn't have mind if they wouldn't have did the Wakanda shit. I'm being honest, man. Like, I wouldn't have mind if they wouldn't have been racist first. Like, y'all killed it. Y'all killed it for me. You know what I mean? Like, So yeah, Oba's not winning the world title. So I would be more intrigued if it was for the North American title.
Yeah.
The fact that we're looking at it possibly if Ilya survives this fatal
triple threat
that's about to happen, then I don't see Oba being the next one up. Not yet.
Yeah, I mean,
Not yet.
he hasn't been there like he's only been there for a few months.
Yeah,
A few
I was about to
months.
say, not yet. Not yet. Like it, give him some time. Give him some time to build his character a little bit more, get a little bit more experience in the ring and stuff
Yeah.
like that. He'll
And
be there.
for starting out, he is a really good big guy. For starting out, like
Yeah,
he's got some of the fundamentals down. He does. It's just don't rush anything. There's no need to rush. The guy's young. The guy's
right.
real young. Just
Like I
fucking
said, I'm not taking anything away from him because I think if they give it time, he can be the guy. I think he can be the guy. And he has a certain the reason why that's pretty good, Reggie. Overkill him.
You want to bring in Alex Kane? Is that what I'm seeing? The MLW, the former MLW champion. Did you see MLW they settled out of court with WWE and MLW got $20 million. $20 million. Holy shit. MLW's about to get some big upgrades and some big names. They might sign Jacob Fatu's big ass back with $20 million.
They ain't signing. Speaking of that, I think I saw recently that Hammerstone. Maybe let me see where that was that I saw that. Excuse me, real quick. Where was it that I saw? I saw something recently. I said something about Hammerstone. Oh yes. There is great interest within TNA for Hammerstone.
Now that would be a good choice by TNA.
It would be a damn good choice, but that's a Scotty D move.
Yeah. He was the one that brought him in initially. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you basically got rid of Scotty D because he wanted to spend money. And what's the first thing you do? You're gonna go out and spend money. Tons of money.
Because Hammerstone ain't coming in for like chump change. That man,
no.
That man knows what he can do. He knows where he can go. So he can stay in the Indies, make a ton of money, and just be fine. He can go back to MLW. He can go. Hell, I'm sure he could go to WWE or AEW. Not that you want to go to AEW if you're his size, because
no,
never works.
If he goes to AEW, you know what's going to happen, right? It's going to be this. It's going to be the Stone Cage.
That's going to be Brian Cage all over again. Yeah.
They're gonna put them two in a tag team together. What are you talking about? Cage is gonna break away from Swerve and be with Hammerstone. They're gonna be a tag team. He's gonna call them damn it, Mongo. Oh my god. If Hammerstone goes to AEW, you know what Tony Khan is gonna wind up calling him, right? And say he thought of it.
The Queens of the Stone Cage?
No. I can see Tony Khan making them the fucking Blade Runners.
Oh, fuck. Ooh. Especially with them having to retire in their company. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And think about the size of the Blade Runners. They are about the size of Hammerstone and Brian Cage, because that's when both of them were very heavy in bodybuilding. For those of you, ladies and gentlemen, out there in podcast land who don't know who the Blade Runners are, the Blade Runners were the infamous tag team, the Unicorn Tag Team, because they only had a couple of matches together before they broke up. They were only together for the Unicorn Tag Team of the Dingo Warrior and Sting.
The Dingo Warrior.
The Dingo Warrior, aka the Ultimate Warrior and Sting. Yes, they were tag team partners at one point in time when they first came out. and their name was the Blade Runners. And when they first came out, they were both heavy into bodybuilding, so they both looked like Hammerstone and Brian Cage.
Heavy into cocaine.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about AEW. Dynamite tonight, we have Orange Cassidy defending his international championship against Nick Wayne.
This is their go home show, correct?
It is.
Okay. And they have a championship match on the go home show. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. And Orange Cassidy is defending against Roderick Strong at Revolution. So we know he's not losing tonight. So, yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Oh, boy. Will Ospreay on Dynamite tonight also.
Is this gonna be his first match or just him on there?
He's gonna be on there. His match is gonna be against Takeshita on Sunday. But also, real quick, is Ospreay not a part of the Don Callis family? Didn't he side with Don Callis in the summer?
No, that was
Am I crazy?
That was a one-time thing, they said.
Okay. All right. Because like I was about to, like, why is he fighting a member of the same group? Okay, one-time deal. All right. But Fletcher is part of the Don Callis family. Kyle Fletcher.
Yes and no. They kind of kicked Fletcher out, and he was proving himself. And then Fletcher tried to prove himself, and in the process of Fletcher trying to prove himself, he fucked around and won the ROH TV title. It was kind of like, do I really need y'all? So
yeah.
So it's like yes and no. Like, yes, I think he wants to be part of it. Don't know why. That's that vortex that we keep talking about that you don't want to go into, because Takeshita should be a champion by now too. But
Takeshita beat Kenny Omega twice in the span of a month.
Clean.
He's not done a damn thing since. Not shit. He's done nothing since he's done that. That's a shame. This is also Sting's last Dynamite as a competitor. So they're going to be doing the farewell to an icon tonight. We're going to get some video package and some celebration that is going to be ruined by the Bucks, or I guess they're not the Bucks anymore. They're just Matthew and Nicholas, or Matthias and Nicholas. Matthias. We're also going to see. Speaking of the vortex, we're going to see Chris Jericho, Lionheart Chris Jericho specifically, taking on the son of someone he teamed up with once, Atlantis Jr.
30 years ago. 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Atlantis and Corazon de Leon.
Yeah, yep. He'll be in his Atlantis will be in his son's corner as he faces Lionheart Jericho tonight. Who the fuck is that match for? Aside from Chris Jericho, who is that for? Anybody else? AEW fans are still kind of grossed out by the whole rumor about Kylie Ray. Like, I've seen a lot of people just upset about it, but I don't know how the fan
they're still mad that he's on television.
Yeah,
they're still very mad he's on television.
And I'm thinking of like people that aren't in the IWC that go to shows. Are they gonna know what the fuck is happening? Like, it's so I don't know. This is also, it's a CMLL issue. So those visas expired today. As far as right now, the match is still on.
What if they come and get his ass middle of the match?
Mid-match? Oh, the heat. No, that'd be terrible. That'd be horrible. I don't even want to joke about that. I don't even want to joke about how like that'd be for heat. That's awful. But I guess they could. Like, if the visa expires today, do you have until tomorrow to go back? Or do you I
don't know.
Or do you have until tomorrow to I guess you're trying to work on fixing your status. So I'm assuming you can still stay where you are, but you can't work there, right? If you don't have your work visa. So
if you don't have but the work visa is the thing that's allowing you to be in this country. So
Yeah, but
if
if
that's
you're
not valid
applying,
anymore,
but
but
if
if
you're
that's not
applying,
valid anymore, you're illegal now.
well, that's my question: is if because this whole thing happened because of a communication error, and they're trying to say that they're trying to redo the paperwork, right? If he's currently trying to fix the paperwork right now, does he have to leave if he's already in the country, or can he stay?
um,
That's where, like, I don't
they
know.
have
I don't know.
they have to leave. They
You think
have to
so?
leave. No, oh, I know so.
Okay.
I used to work for a company where it was based in Italy, and my boss, her work visa expired. She had to like leave.
Should leave? Like he
She
was
had
out?
to leave. She went back to Italy while they fix her paperwork so she can come back to the US.
Fuck. So I wonder what the fuck is he doing tonight then? Like, are we because the match as of 32 minutes ago is still on, which is
I
hours
don't think
after
he
this
was.
thing
I
happened.
don't know if he was one of the people that was lined up in that crew
That's
in
true.
that thing.
That's true. That's true. It might not be him. And also, I don't know if he could have been born here. I have no idea. It would have been Atlantis that would have had to be over here for that. But his son might be fine.
Right.
But it's still, yeah, it's I
Hey,
don't want to laugh at that. It's terrible. It's fucking horrible.
it's
But
fucked
it's
up.
just like
It's well, like
the thing is, I
that
wouldn't
would be
thinking that it could
AEW's
happen.
luck, though. That would be
Yeah,
AEW's luck. That's the sad part, yo. Like that
shit
is
comes. It comes in threes. It comes in threes. And Meat Madness, the CMLL issue, and then that would lead into that. I fucking hope not, dude. Like
Reggie.
Reggie. I'm not even gonna. God damn it. No, I was gonna say I don't know if I even want to post that, but that is terrible. Oh god. We've also got Chris Statlander taking on Sky Blue, which should be good. They've been feuding with her and
Are they gonna get more than
Willow, and
they're gonna get more than 5 minutes?
it's a good question. I guarantee you they're gonna be on it fucking right at 9 o'clock every single week. Every single week.
I can guarantee you, no matter what time they put them on, 85% of that match is gonna be picture.
It's gonna happen right at 9 or 9:05. It's gonna picture in picture, and it'll be over within like 6 minutes. Every fucking time.
Right.
You know.
Picture in picture.
We've also got Hangman Adam Page announces his status for AEW Revolution. So apparently the injury last week was not real. It was a storyline injury, but Hangman is having personal issues. There are problems family-wise, according to I think it was Brian Alvarez, who said he's not going to say exactly what it is. He knows what it is. He's not going to say what it is, but there are some private matters that he's having to deal with that are interfering with his job. AEW's been hectic for recently because of a couple of backstage problems, that being one of them. So Hangman might not even wrestle on Sunday.
What?
It'll just be Swerve and Joe.
I don't like that. I don't like the fact that it's Swerve and Joe because I feel like Joe doesn't deserve to take the loss.
Yeah, you want Hangman to lose?
Yeah, and it's nothing personal. It's just like, bro, you've been champ already. You know, like we said, Joe. It's not like Joe's a horrible champ. Joe's a great champ.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like you got the belt right at the rise.
Right.
He had the belt right at the wrong time.
Momentum.
Yeah.
Right. You're the right man at the wrong time. Literally. The right man at the wrong time is what Samoa Joe is right now. You know,
you could have had him have that belt off of MJF the first time they fought.
Mm-hmm.
Went ahead and put MJF's leg on ice. Went ahead and given Joe some extra time with the belt, but they waited, and who knows how bad that messed up Max's injuries, let alone, forced a lot of issues storyline wise.
Right.
Yeah, Joe has
And I
been a
feel
great
like,
champion.
right. And I don't feel like he should be the one taking the pin, the submission, or whatever the case may be. If they were to
Do
do the
do you think I've seen people say this, and I'm not saying I agree with it, but do you think that's why he might not show if he doesn't show at the pay-per-view?
um the hangman basically is pulling the
Pulling
I
a
don't
Shawn
want to do
Michaels. Don't want to. Yeah. Yeah.
It wouldn't
I
surprise
don't really. You don't think you think it might be a possibility?
it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. Because let's be realistic, the whole elite, they are entitled due to the fact that they run the company. So anybody that's like affiliated with them does get all the perks. So I could believe it. I could believe him just not wanting to just take the loss. Like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Let's see. We've also got a trios match. This is the last match announced on the card so far. AEW Continental Crown Champion Eddie Kingston and FTR against the Blackpool Combat Club.
Okay. It's gonna be a match. That's for sure. It's gonna be a match. Don't understand the purpose of it, but okay.
Eddie and Brian, I guess, is
And
the purpose. Yeah.
oh
So
boy.
Mox and Dax did have a great match last week, but
Yeah.
I think we're still waiting to hear about what's going on with the Cash in Florida. Also, so.
What can I say? I want storylines. I'm that's my problem with AEW. That's the problem I've always had with them. I want a little bit more. You know what? I guess this is a storyline. The hate that Danielson and Eddie Kingston have for each other, but that's the storyline for Eddie Kingston with everybody.
Yeah, Eddie and Brian hate each other to the core. Eddie also hated CM Punk. Eddie also hated Sammy Guevara. Eddie also hated Cesaro.
Like that's his story with everyone. Like enough. Now, I don't think he hates that. Yeah, it is. I know he hates that.
I think, yeah, I kind of get what you're saying about like the rest of it, like FTR and Mox and Claudio. Like they've been clashing, but they're clashing because of Eddie and Brian. But like,
why isn't Claudio a real champion? Like they gave him the ROH title, but it was, let's be realistic, it's not being seen. It wasn't being seen. Okay. It's ROH is a figment of AEW fans' imaginations. Okay. It's there, but it's not there. And unfortunately, they have a couple of great workers there putting on the great part of the imagination. You know what I mean? Like Athena and shit like that. So, it why isn't Cesaro international champion?
because damn it, Orange has to do something, Kenny. Orange Cassidy has to do something.
And I love my boy Orange, but enough.
Get him away from the belt for just a little while. Like they took it off him for a week and put it right back on him. And
can we get a good, I'd say, 6 months to a year?
Shit, let him and the boys go after some trios. Well, you can't do them going after trios titles right now because both of your trios champion teams are unified together
as the super face team.
Yeah. So you can't even do that. So never mind. That'd be a dumb idea just because it doesn't make
You got
sense.
Bang Bang Scissor Gang, baby. You gotta. They need some. Yeah, like I appreciate the fact that Bang Bang Scissor Gang is trying to make themselves a stable. I appreciate that. We haven't had a good stable in a while. You know what I mean? I like that. But okay, there's the trios. Now somebody's going to take over and be like the main leader to where y'all can start doing solo belts. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, other than I say maybe Jay White, none of y'all are solo belt material.
I don't know why they're a thing. Because they still have like kind of beef. Like you'll see Billy Gunn and his sons kind of not really go near each other sometimes. They were celebrating after the match last week, and like he did not go near his sons in the match.
I think the part of this is one of the I forgot which one. I think Colt wants to kind of work things out, and Jay keeps reminding them that shit didn't work out.
Okay. So, we'll see how it goes. It's I'm hoping for a good Dynamite tonight just because Raw really sucked.
No, Raw sucked ass.
And NXT had moments, but a lot of that was really confusing. Like the now we're turning JC heel again. I'm really confused about on NXT. Like we just fixed this,
right?
And now I don't know. So I need Dynamite to actually step up this week.
I need somebody to step up because, like I said in the chat, Raw had the most boring ending that I've seen from them in forever. That shit was ass.
Cody fighting nobodies and Paul pulling out 2 phones, and
that shit was
every match was incredibly obvious and like
it was ass. It was ass.
That was one of the, and that was coming off like a long streak of great Raws, and it was like, this is one of the worst Raws we've seen since Vince left again. Like it's terrible stuff. Jay's interference is going to lead to a match with Billy for custody of the guns, where Billy will cut a promo of him screaming like Mel Gibson, saying, "Give me back my son! Give me back my sons! Give me back my sons!" Oh God! All right, folks, that's going to be it for us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow for the Under the Ring pod at 8:45 ish. Heavy on the ish. Of course, you can follow us at facebook.com/Under the Ring pod and twitch.tv/Under the Ring pod. You can also follow us at our link tree again /Under the Ring pod.
There you'll find my boy.
There it is.
There you'll find my boy, Greg Bush SK. Of course, give that man all the clicks in the world. You'll find me, Rock Ribs 44. You'll find our boy Mike, Mr. Fresh Beard, the man with the beer in his hand, Matt, the right answer, Street Team Captain Tito Boreal Maliente, and our local correspondent, Justin D. Baxley. Folks,
tomorrow,
thank you.
Like Reggie says, predictions again tomorrow. Y'all find out tomorrow who's champion. It's not me or Kenny. So we don't really give a shit. Not me or Kenny.
Right. I can give 2 fucks.
And to the person that won the belt, fuck you. big old bird. That's right. Have a great night.
Get it, Mama Jones. Happy birthday, Mama Jones, from Mike and the rest of the podcast.
Do the Jones. Do the Jones. Oh, yeah, R.I.P. 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 brother.
R.I.P. Me too.